Hi everybody, nice back here again, and today we're going to be having a look at Revell's Eurofighter Typhoon FGR4. Now, I've built this before, okay, so as normal, we'll start with the instruction manual, okay. One of the newer type of Revell's instruction manuals, all the bump on there about how to do it safely. And then we have the colour callouts. As you can see, we've got it in Revell. These ones that the colour callouts for two colours not so bad. It's when they combine three that starts getting a little bit of a pain in the backside. But as you can see, we've got a few there. We've got to mix. We've then got our sprue map. Okay, so we've got all those and all those. Before then we jump straight into it. We start with the seat, the bank seat, putting together. We've got moulding on seat belts. We then put that into the cockpit tub with the instrument panel. The fuselage halves going together with the canards going on. We then start looking at putting the fuselage together before we move on to the wheel wells, and this is the sticky wicket part. So this is the intake, and as you can see there's multiple parts there. There's also some other parts, so this is the part that's a little bit difficult to get together. Don't forget to, depending on which version you are doing, is to, you know, for the weapons set. Those then go into the fuselage. We've then got another part, as you can see here, for the intakes. As you can see, going onto the upper fuselage with parts that go in either side like this. So this is the whole issue. The one that was in number 9, okay, across here, and this one just here. They're all, that's the issue with this model. Okay, so just watch yourself, test it, and yeah, be careful around that sort of part. We then put the main fuselage onto the wings, the low wings that is. We've got some pylons, I think they are, no, not pylons, I think those are parts that go onto the bottom of the wing, I believe, I can't remember. The top wings going onto the fuselage and the rest of it. For then, yes, we add them parts, those like strengthening parts, as you can see on there. We've then got more parts of the intake to go in. So the intake is quite a lot of parts. Okay, this is where it can get really, really tricky. We've got some of the wing tip parts going together. The rear of the cockpit, the part to go on the spine, the engine parts going on, wheels and undercarriage next. Again, some more wheels, undercarriage bays going in, main wheels, doors, putting the engine exhaust on. You can build this with wheels up or down as well, which is always good. Moving on to the canopy and the windshield going together, if you want it open or closed, air brake open or closed, canards, whether you want the fuel filler out, that sensor that goes on the front, again some little pitot tubes going on the nose, and little parts for the pylons going on, and we have fuel tanks on this one, and also we've got a few dummy loads, and then we move on to the moggy itself. So as you can see, we've got a mid to late war grey green scheme going on with invasion stripes. So you know, 1944 July the 6th, sorry, not July, June the 6th, numpty. Okay, some more parts of the moggy before we then move on to Flight Lieutenant Turbo Turnbull's aircraft from RAF Conisbee to 2023. And then again, now I will be doing a grey scheme. I will be looking to get a Afghan version and putting some weapons on it, probably some other bits and pieces as well. So that's the instructions. Because next up, we'll have a look at the decals. Now these are all the invasion stripes. If you're doing the Moggy, I recommend that you actually paint these. Okay, we've got the roundels, okay, from the Moggy version. We've got the roundels for the grey version, and they look very nice. Revell Europe, so I'm not certain whether it's normally, if I remember correctly, Cartograph used to do their Revell's decals. Okay, they look really, really nice. Hardly any carry film actually round the roundels and what have you. I can see a bit also in between the lettering and the numbering, but other than that, really, really nice. Put that away. Moving on to the plastic. Now, bear in mind this is 20-year-old plastic, so we'll have a good look at it. Start with the first sprue, or first two sprues. We have part of the undercarriage, just there. We have the bang seat with the moulded on seat belts, the instrument panel, and as you can see, we're getting some flash starting to appear around the smaller parts. Okay, the pylons for the side mounted on the wingtips. Another part, the bang seat, again 20 years old, and details quite nice actually. Okay, some other detail actually on the instrument panel. Moving on to the main spine of the aircraft, and the part that goes into the rear of the cockpit, and the bit that goes into the actual canopy. I believe that's the air brake. I'm not 100% certain. I think it is. Okay, but if you're going to have that open, you're going to have to get rid of some injection pin marks just in there. We then get our weapon set. So we've got our pylons, two-piece. Okay, we've got some missiles, our fuel tanks. All right, and again, some flash. Not the cleanest looking tips on the missiles, if I'm honest. So some work would be required on them. But again, some nice-ish details. It's not too bad. Rivets, panel lines don't look really, really sharp, but they look okay. Next up, some more ordnance and what have you. Again, some massive bits of flash on these parts. Panel lines, nicely done all over. So yeah. Okay, sprue, some panel lines and some riveting. Going on to the main part of the kit now. So we've got the lower wings, upper wings, and what have you. As you can see, no panel lines because these will all be, I believe these are all composite. So we've got a little bit of panel line on the fuselage, some panels on there, but nothing on the actual wings. The engines, again, very little detail. You can tell that it's you know, there's no rivets or anything on those. exhaust. Wheels, again, very basic. One piece engine, so getting in there, painting and then weathering is going to be a little bit of a pain. Then we've got the fuselage halves and the nose. It's quite rough texture on here, but this one's quite smooth. So cockpit tub, again, some very basic detailing there. A little bit of flash, but yeah, some nice panel lines. Just looking round, they do go all the way around. Some models, they don't go all the way around, so you'd have to, I'm just making sure. Flipping it over. So wheelbase, luckily that's going to be buried deep, but there's some injection pin marks in there. I don't think you're going to be able to get them out really. I've got some small modelling chisels, so I might be able to remove those. Nose, as you can see, it's already come off. And I actually believe that might be broken there and there. So I'm going to have to check that actually. That's probably going to need some work on there because where it's broken. No cage to protect it, so it's just gone in and they've just followed it in, and obviously it's going to break. So yeah, not the best. And there's a mold seam going on like that. Next up we have, well, next up the last sprue is the clear parts. So let's just give these a quick going over. If I can get them out without damaging them. Stuck in there for some reason. Ah, that's why. So here we are. Yeah, it's going to have a line down the centre, but they are super clear. We are really fine frame just on there. So that's Revell's Eurofighter Typhoon. To be honest, it's showing its age now compared to some other models. I will be building this. I will be building this next year along with the Revell Tornado, just because I want a couple of British modern jets in my collection. So yeah, I will be building it. Like I say, I won't be building it this, and I won't be building it really that grey scheme. I'm going to be looking for some other bits, but I'm also going to be going some, probably a bank seat, some maybe something to do with the engines, and potentially weapons set for it as well. I have got some weapons up in my, like that is my aftermarket box, so I might be getting some bits and pieces from in there. But yeah, that's Revell's Eurofighter Typhoon. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys.